Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So last week I placed an order on Sephora.ca and I actually stocked this palette on Instagram before I ordered it, and I was really looking forward to the release date of this palette, and I was hunting it down and everything. And the problem with living here in Canada is that you definitely get things late. So whenever there is a release date on Instagram or something like that, it's usually for the States only, and Canada will get it a couple days later. So last Monday I was stalking Instagram waiting for this palette to be released, and I saw that it was supposed to be released last Monday, but it did not get released in Canada until Thursday. So the palette that I'm talking about is the Metal Matte palette by Kat Von D. This baby is huge. Like, let's just compare it to the Shade and Light for a minute. This is the contour palette that I'm like obsessed with. This is the contour palette, and this is the eyeshadow palette. Like, as you can see, it's huge. Like, this is a really big palette, and for good reasons. So if you read it this way, it says metal, and if you read it this way, it says matte, which is really awesome. I saw on Kat Von D's Instagram last year, I believe it was, her design on this, and now having it in my hand really makes me excited. So let's just open this up and show you the colors inside. So it comes with 13 matte shades, which is these shades all along the bottom, and 9 metal crush shades, which are the shimmery ones all across the top. And it has a really great variety in neutrals with some colors, the blues, the purples, and the neutrals here, as well as like some really awesome pops of color, like this purple right here. And this gold right here looks so beautiful. These two blue colors look incredible. And of course all the pinks and purples that look really amazing too. I feel like I can get a lot of great looks out of this palette. It's also shades that I would never normally put together. So when I'm like, the first thing that caught my eye when I saw this palette, as soon as I opened it, was these two colors right here. Especially because they're sitting close together. So it's like this rich burgundy, plum, reddish, brownie color with like this really awesome, beautiful gold color. I thought it would look really nice together. And then of course your neutral shades. You got these two down here that look really great together. And then a bone shade, which is awesome as applying all over your lid before you start applying any eyeshadows on top. And then this color up here, Synergy, which is a really nice bronze. It's the color I have on my eyes right now. And then moving on to the yellowish shade, which is really nice. Great transition. As well as a pink one, like a dusty mauvey purpley one, a darker cool toned purple right here, which is really beautiful. This mossy green color, which is a really nice green. I haven't tested it out yet, but hopefully this color comes off with really great pigmentation, because it would really look good all over the lid as a base, or even just on its own. It's got a great gray color, it's beautiful cobalt blue, an awesome black, which is important in every palette, and a really great white. So as far as the shimmery shades, like I said, the gold is really beautiful. The copperish bronzy color, a really pretty purple, a lighter purple, very pretty pink, which is great for maybe the under the brow bone, which would look really nice. An awesome silver, which is really great. And a lightish blue, kind of greenish. Could definitely intertwine these with the matte shades. This one is really pretty. It's like an emerald green, and then we have the shimmery cobalt blue, which looks awesome as well. So as you can see, this is a really big palette. It's kind of hard for me to get in the frame here. I love these colors. Like, when I opened this palette, I was definitely very surprised by how amazing all the colors look. Like, pictures on Instagram does not do this palette justification, because this is absolutely stunning. I'm so excited to play around with this palette this week. I'm gonna be having 5 videos. I'm going to be having 4 videos coming at your way with different combinations of all of these eyeshadows, including this look that I'm wearing right now. I will have that coming up in just a minute. But yeah, that's pretty much it on this palette. It also does come with a really big mirror. I don't want to blind you guys, so you can see it has like a really big, beautiful mirror. And it has all the colors listed on the back. And yeah, this is a really awesome palette, so beautiful. I mean, I don't know about traveling with it because it's so big, but the packaging is pretty basic, like Kat Von D. It's got that cardboard box with the magnetic closure, and it's pretty slim. I'd say it's about the slimness of the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, but it is a lot wider, just much bigger, and of course, the pigmentation is all here, as in all Kat Von D eyeshadows and her contour kit. Pigmentation is great. I will include some swatches at the end of this video. But yeah, for now, that is it. We're going to move into the eyeshadow look for this look that I have on right now. So starting off with an eyeshadow base, this is the Essence I Love Stage Eyeshadow Primer, one of my favorites, of course. I'm just going to be blending that on to my eyelid, starting from the lash line up all the way up until the brow bone, just to prime our eyes for the eyeshadow. Now jumping into the neutrals of this palette, I will be going crazy this week with the eyeshadow looks, but for now we're going to stick to the neutrals. So I'm taking the shade Bone, which is a very light color. I'm just going to place that all over my lid and up to my brow bone, wherever we placed the eyeshadow base. That's going to help set that primer, so then other eyeshadows that we place on top can blend in smoothly. Now I'm going in with the shade Suede, which is a very light brown, and I'm going to go in with a big fluffy brush and just place that in my crease and blend it back and forth from the outer corner to the inner corner. I'm not going in too precisely with this color, I'm just going to place it in my crease. This is a great transition shade. Now going in with shade Oak, which is a dark chocolate brown. Here I'm using a smaller, denser, fluffy brush just to get directly in that crease. It will help to place the shade where we need it, which is right in the crease. And we're going to go in with a bigger brush to blend it in precisely a little bit more. Now just repeating that same step on the other eye, just to make sure that my look is symmetrical. Now with a small dome brush, I am going to be mixing Oak and Suede, the two light brown colors, and placing that above the crease and above the line in the crease that we created previously, just to help make sure that blends really nicely and you don't have any harsh lines, especially with that brown color that we placed previously. You don't want it to be so harsh. I did want to darken it up a little bit, so I did apply a little bit more of the Oak shade, which is the darker brown. And then I'm going to be switching up between my brushes to make sure that it keeps blending as I go, because if I do add more of the dark color at the same time, it's just going to end up being a hot mess. So you want to make sure you take your time and you blend as much as possible, and you will have a seamless eyeshadow look. Here I realized that I had a little bit of the brown that wasn't blended properly, so all I did was take my fluffy dome brush and take a little bit of the shade Suede, which is the lighter brown, and that helped blend out that part of the crease that was being a little bit stubborn. It's okay, take your time, don't get frustrated, and if it doesn't work out, just take it all off and start over. It's not a big deal. Now I'm going to take the shade Bone, which is the lightest shade that we started off with, and just place that in my brow bone just to highlight underneath my brows and bring the look together. And again, more blending. You can never have too much blending, so I'm just going to take a clean fluffy brush and just blend out the edges. Here I'm going to apply a different eyeshadow base. This is also by Essence, but it's called the I Love Color eyeshadow base, and this is actually my first time trying it. I'm not too sure how I feel about it, but hopefully with these eyeshadows I can test it out a little bit more. Now we're going to take the shade Synergy, which is a really beautiful rusty bronze shade, and I'm going to be applying that all over my lid with a flat shader brush. And I really loved how this shade applied. It looked really beautiful and I was very happy with the outcome. I did end up spraying my brush, and you will see in just a second, with and that helped make the eyeshadow adhere just a little bit better and made it a little bit more shiny, silvery, more metallic looking, which was perfect. In this little clip, I know it looks a little weird that I'm pulling my eye like that, but I didn't even realize it until I was editing this that it looked kind of strange. But I promise you that it was not painful. It is just a little bit uncomfortable looking, but it helps to apply the eyeshadow a little bit better. And as you notice, I didn't do that on my other eye, I just do it on this one. So here I sprayed my brush a little bit with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This just helps to adhere the color better onto your lid, and it makes it a little more metallic. So I really like how this came out. And again, I'm just going to blend out a little bit more. I added a little bit more of the Oak shade, which is the darker brown, with a pencil brush just to define the crease a little bit more. Not too much, but just enough to make it pop. Now go ahead and line your eyes with some liquid liner. I was really debating on doing this or not, but I decided it would look really good with the browns and it would help define my lash line just a little bit better. I even decided to throw on a pair of lashes, but I mean, it's all up to you. This is just a very vague idea on what you can do with this palette. I'm just starting to play around with it, so that is the completed look. So that is the completed look for the first eyeshadow look that I will be doing with this palette. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe down below for upcoming videos. I will be doing more looks including this palette because I can't just do one look with this palette and then move on to the next because there's just so many different combinations that I can create with this palette. So please keep updated with my videos that will be coming this week for sure. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and please subscribe and keep updated with my social media. Everything will be linked down below and at the end of this video. So thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!